Hi everyone, this is Mike here, and we're going to take a look at a website today and to try to determine if it's a real website that sells products that you can get in the mail or if it's a scam website and it's committing fraud. I know for a fact it's one way or the other, but let's take a look and see some of the things that you could see on a site and determine that it's more likely to be scam than not a scam. First, the name is True Precision Firearms. That's the name of a real company in Georgia. The URL is trueprecisionarms.com. So that's a little different, right? Up here it's got response time are slower due to COVID. So it's got some messaging about COVID. Response time are slower due to COVID. I've noticed a lot of the scams are discussing COVID or talking about COVID or making it an excuse why you can't visit them in person. You know, scammers will change their lies depending on what's going on in the news. Right now, firearms and ammunition are in short supply, or at least they have been in the last year or two. So they're shifting over and they're doing a lot of scams on firearms. So on this, response time are slower due to COVID. It shouldn't be DS, it should be SE. Response time is slower due to COVID. That would make more sense. So you got a spelling mistake on the homepage. That's strike number one. Let's keep going. When you look at a blog on a lot of these scam sites, they have either no blog posts or like few, one or two or three. This one has one. That's it. So this was made... So I'm making this video March 1st, 2022. I've looked at this blog post. It was August 18th, 2021. It's up here in the URL. You can see right there. So this is about 6-8 months ago. So they haven't blogged again in 6 or 8 months. And this is very general, you know, buying a firearm is good kind of information. And that's what a lot of them have, is they have information on buying a firearm online. Let's keep going. Let's look at the FAQs. Shopping information, delivery charges for orders from online shop. That, as far as a sentence go, that's not a sentence. That's like a comment or something. So that's not good. That's spelling mistake number 2, or well, grammar, I guess. And then this is placeholder text. It's just garbage. It's like Lorem Ipsum comments. How long will delivery take? Well, that's a good sentence. But the answer is more placeholder text. What exactly happens after ordering? Well, that's a good question, but the answer is nonsense. Do I receive an invoice for my order? Well, see, what they've done is they've used a theme and they haven't changed all the content. Here's a question and it's just nonsense, and then the answer is nonsense, and then all the questions over here. What is package tracking in my orders? That's not great English. And then the answer is nonsense. So this is, you know, as far as, you should not trust this site at this point. You've got 2 or 3 strikes, and we've been looking at this site for 3.5 minutes. So I would say move on. Like, if you see this much, this is a scam site or incredibly poor customer service. They just don't care to even put real words on the FAQ. They've got spelling mistakes up here. They don't have blog posts. A lot of times when you look at these scam sites, you know, even though they've got the logos of real companies, that shouldn't mean this is an authorized dealer for any of those. Those are just pictures off the web. If you look at the footer, this sentence here is nonsense. It's Lorem Ipsum content. This is an address. It's a real address, and it's actually the real address of this business in Georgia. And then I think this is supposed to be a phone number, and this is supposed to be an email address, but they didn't fill anything out, or they erased it and never replaced it. So that looks weird. And then the store is in Georgia, and then it says over here our stores: New York, London, Los Angeles, Chicago, Las Vegas. So if your main store is in Georgia, why would you have a store in New York or Manhattan? That doesn't make sense. It's got a store in London. You can't really sell firearms in London, I don't believe, to normal people, maybe police officers or law enforcement, military. You can't sell firearms in Chicago, in the city of Chicago, so that doesn't make sense. They got a footer menu here. If you look, if I hover on Instagram profile, it's actually not a link to Instagram. If I hover on new collection, it's not a link to anything. And then it says woman dress. That's bad grammar, and also this is a firearm store, so why are they talking about clothing? The reason they're talking about clothing is this is a generic WordPress theme that they've either bought or stolen, and it's called Woodmart. It's on the bottom here, and it was made in 2019. It's made by the Tomos studio, and they make WordPress themes. This is not the company that's defrauded you. If you bought something on the site, unfortunately I think you've been scammed. If you look, if I open this in a new tab, this is just a company that makes WordPress themes. So this site is just WordPress. So if you use one of their themes, so like support documentation, so this company makes themes, and here they are. They're $49. Here's Woodmart. This is the one we're looking at. 40,000 sites are using Woodmart. So I'm not saying they're all scams. In fact, probably most of them are not scams, but they don't control who buys their theme or who stole it or wherever else they got it from. So you didn't get defrauded by Tomos. You got defrauded by whoever's site this is. I haven't determined yet who's doing this. So we're 7 minutes in. Like, I'm 100% sure this is a scam site. If you want to be even more sure, you can go to their products and put something in the cart and then just kind of see if the pricing makes sense, if it seems underpriced, overpriced. Here's some ammo. It's .556 caliber rifle ammo, very popular caliber. It's $150, and it says it's 420 rounds right there. It says it. So that's a little low. I'm going to open up. I don't think you can see this. I'm going to open up the calculator in Windows, and then so I type in $149 divided by 420 rounds. That's 35 cents a round, and it's March of 2022. That's very low. That's almost half price. Like, if you paid 70 cents a round, that would be fine. Maybe if you shopped around, you could get it for 65 cents or maybe 60 cents. But so this is half price, and they're saying it's in stock. You can add it to cart. Now it's in my cart. So let's go back. Let's go back to the shop. Here's another thing you'll see on scam sites. Everything is in stock. And they got pages and pages of stuff. Like, everything is in stock. See these expensive optics? Spotting scope, $1,600. It's in stock. Probably not on most companies' sites. But the real kicker, I think, is when you look at weapons, and the rules that they have don't make sense for shipping or anything else. So Barrett Firearms, Barrett blah blah blah. A lot of Barrett. It must be alphabetized or something. Or maybe that's just what the scammers inputted as Barrett stuff. Okay, so Keltec, all kinds of stuff. By the way, if you look at the real True Precision in Georgia, they don't carry any of these products. They don't carry, I don't think they carry ammunition. They carry mostly their own stuff. So we're going to add this to cart, and then here's how you make sure absolutely that something is a scam site. When you look at the site, here's your ammo, here's your rifle. Yeah, I know they don't match. Don't email me and tell me that. The way you pay, this company is saying they don't accept credit cards. Credit cards, you could get a refund if you didn't get your item. The only way you can pay is Zelle and cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency, there's no refunds, there's no oversight. If they disappear, there's absolutely nothing you can do and no one you can complain to get your money back. It is gone. The only time you should ever pay anyone in crypto is if you 100% believe them or know them or expect that they will fulfill their side of the argument or the deal, because you have no way to reverse the deal. And Zelle, Zelle is for friends and family. There's also no refunds on Zelle. So I'm on the Zelle website, zellepay.com. Here's the user agreement. It was just updated 5 months ago. And if you go down to prohibited uses, clause 3, they don't allow firearms, ammunition, or other weapons. So not only can you not ask for a refund on Zelle, if you ask for a refund, you'll probably get your account banned. And what reputable company would ask you to violate the terms of or agreement of a payment processor? That's not a real company. Now, the other thing you can see is the shipping is kind of standard. It kind of doesn't matter, you know, like it says it's $30. Let me go back to the cart. And, you know, the funny thing is these companies, they don't, it's not like they have, this is real inventory. Like what real company would have 11 of that weird $2,300 rifle in stock? So, and then the shipping is still $30. They're going to ship 11 rifles and a box of ammo for 30 bucks. That doesn't make any sense. So the shipping on these companies doesn't make any sense. You also can't ship to New York rifles, and there's no mention of the FFL that they want. So basically they're stating that they'll ship it to you. You know, like if you say 2 or 5 Park Avenue, apartment 1402, you know, it updated, it's still $30. Here's the other problem. There's no tax. New York is a tax state. They should be collecting tax, but they're not. This is not a real site. This is just an imaginary site. If you actually send them $26,000 in crypto, they will send you absolutely nothing. This is a fake site. There's nothing real about this. If you purchase something on here, I'm sorry. It's a scam. I don't know how to get your money back. And if you complain to Zelle, you'll probably get your account banned. I'm talking with the owner, the real owner of True Precision. It's a different website, and we're making complaints to the hosting provider and the domain name server to see if we can get them down. They've been reported to law enforcement, but we're not expecting much. We probably, we expect they don't even live in the United States. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.